Hey everyone, just before this webinar starts, I have a quick message for you. Make sure that you watch all the way to the end of this video to find out a new way that CRA are supporting our members by making it more affordable for them to come to the conference this year. We're helping you with our accommodation costs. Make sure you watch all the way to the end to find out more. Thanks. Hello everybody, my name's Julia Edwards. I'm the Head of Outreach at the Charity Retail Association. Hopefully a lot of you already know me. I'm delighted to be presenting our short video on why the Charity Retail Conference is unmissable. I could talk for hours about conference, but don't worry, over the next 30 minutes or so, you'll hear more about our plans for Conference 2026, and you'll get to hear from some of our sponsors and their thoughts as they're excited to see everybody in June. So let's get started. So here's a copy of the front page of our conference programme on the left-hand side. You can see that the theme is Stronger Together, Community-Powered Retail. This was chosen by our conference planning group, so a huge thank you to them. We really feel that that encompasses everything that we want the sector to stand for. We want the sector to come together and be stronger by learning from each other, building on the strength of our membership as your trade association. And we feel that, what distinguishes our sector from other aspects of retail is that community powered part. So we hope that you're going to see that theme emerge in a variety of different ways at conference. And we've got loads of new features and changes for 2026 that we wanted to highlight to you. So we listened to your feedback, and this year we have 6 focus sessions across the 2 days at conference, which is more than the 4 that we would usually have. This means that there's more choice, there's more depth, there's more opportunity for you to develop your retail knowledge and skills. We also have our largest exhibition this year. There's going to be over 65 different companies exhibiting their products and services and talking to you about ways that they can make your retail operations easier, more efficient, raise more money, recruit more volunteers, and numerous other ways. So make sure you go and talk to them if you're in the exhibition. We also have a dedicated networking zone in the exhibition this year. Feedback from previous conferences has been that we want to be able to network more, we want to come away with more contacts, and so we're going to use this networking zone in a couple of ways. There's going to be specific networking opportunities, so a session where heads of retail can come and meet other heads of retail and network with them. There'll be similar sessions for staff that are based in hospices, for shop-based roles, for C-suite and director roles. And we're also hoping to run some other activities within the networking zone across the 2 days of conference. So make sure that you check that out within the programme and future announcements. And in case you've missed it, but hopefully you haven't, after 4 very successful years at Harrogate, we've decided to move conference to a new venue. So we're going to be going to ICC Wales in Newport, and the first time conference will be held in Wales, which is really exciting. And just a stat on the screen for you, did you know that 64% of the UK is within 2 hours travel time of ICC Wales? There are trains out of London Paddington about every 30 minutes, and it's right off the M4, so it's really accessible to get to. And so, why do you guys come? Why do delegates come to conference? And what do they value most? So we picked out the top 3 things. So the networking and meeting people face to face. Within our sector, conference is the opportunity, the point in the calendar, and the ability to come together in person, to meet new people and to kind of share your experiences with them really is invaluable. Delegates report that they find conference inspiring and informative through the talks and the sessions that we run on the programme. And that's why, as I mentioned, there's going to be 6 focus session slots this year instead of the usual 4. So there's going to be even more opportunity to listen to the talks and sessions that we have. And delegates say that there's a sense that conference is greater than the sum of its parts. It's not just one individual thing, it's the whole package that they feel value from. And what do delegates take away? What's the point? What do you really get out of being at conference? Well, it's the stronger connections that you make across the sector. Charity retail can sometimes feel quite lonely. So being able to make those connections, strengthen your knowledge and expertise is a real asset that conference delivers. Conference offers a more solution focused and energized mindset. So people go to conference and they come away with practical solutions that they can go and implement within their retail chain. And brilliantly, delegates come away with a renewed confidence to shout louder and prouder about what charity retail has achieved, whether that's your own retail chain or the whole sector. We want you to be the champions of charity retail within your charity and within our sector. And come to conference and we'll give you that renewed energy to want to be a champion and to want to shout loud and proud about all the amazing things that our sector offers. So what do you guys say about conference? We're really lucky. Here are some stats from last year. 97% of you would recommend the conference to another charity, and 96% of you say that it helped to develop your charity's retail offering. So we're talking about really strategic things that your charity can go away and implement if you come to conference. And there's a couple of quotes up on the screen now, talking about the great speakers that we had, and that CRA help to deliver important content for the sector in a really timely manner. And by the way, all the photos and images in this presentation are taken from last year's conference. So you can see delegates, speakers, exhibitors in action from 2025. So focusing specifically on this year, what's on the programme? So there's a whole host of focus sessions. There's over 30 for you to choose from in the 6 time slots. And we want to make sure there's something no matter what size of retail chain you have, whether you're a member with several hundred charity shops or you're a member with one shop, there will be something, lots of somethings on the programme for you to go and learn from. And the programme also has a range of speakers. So we have charity members sharing their successes, being really candid about their challenges and failures and giving advice about what they do differently. We also have a lot of outside speakers that come and share their insight into the sector. So for example, on the screen now, you can see that there are sessions on eBay Live being delivered by Bernardo's. We also have a session on, modern volunteer management by Fight for Sight. But then we also have sessions on Shop for the Future and the menopause, which are being delivered by outside speakers. And please make sure you have a look at the full programme to see what else is available on there. As I said, there's more than 30 sessions. So if these sessions aren't speaking to you, there will be other sessions that will speak to you and make you want to book, we promise. So who attends conference? So last year, we had over 370 delegates from 144 different charities. That's about 30% of our membership that are coming to conference on a yearly basis, which we're really, really proud of. And you can see that there's quite a variety of breakdown of roles. The top 4 roles I've put onto the slide. So we are really lucky that we get C-suite and director level delegates at conference. We have loads of heads of retail or equivalent heads of department. Maybe they're the head of e-commerce. We have loads of delegates that are retail management or other management levels, and lots of area and regional managers attend too. But there are roles within volunteering, within marketing, within finance. We even have volunteers that come to conference. So you don't have to be one of these kind of 4 key roles to come to conference. Conference really is for everyone, and there are so many roles represented on the delegate list. And something we wanted to touch on was that we want conference to be a really safe and inclusive space for all of our members to come to. Whether you're a speaker, an exhibitor, a delegate, or you're just popping in to engage with us in another way, conference should be safe and inclusive for everyone. And we have a code of conduct that everyone has to sign to come onto site. And that really sets out our expectations for your experiences and your commitment to making my experience and everybody else's experience absolutely fantastic. And one of the great things at ICC Wales is that there's a dedicated wellbeing space as well. And 99% of delegates last year felt that conference offered them a safe and inclusive environment. We want to get that to 100% because this is really important to us. So we hope that you're here and you feel that we're doing everything that we can to make this inclusive for you. So now here's an opportunity to hear from our sponsors, hear their thoughts about supporting the conference in 2026. And they've each picked out some highlights that they wanted to specifically speak to about what makes conference great. So it's over to them.
Hi, I'm Jenny. I'm from Cybertil. I'm the Business Development Manager. One of the things that we at Cybertil genuinely love about the CRA conference is the calibre of keynote speakers and the fact that you get access to people that you simply don't hear from day to day in your role. It's not just about sitting and listening. For me, a great keynote speaker brings real top-level strategic insight, the kind of thinking that challenges you to look at your own organisation differently. And for Cybertil as suppliers to the sector, it can often help shape our overall offering in line with the needs and requirements of charity retail. But beyond the practical learning, there's something that is harder to put into words, and that's the feeling of being genuinely motivated. A good keynote speaker is always engaging and they bring a personal touch, and everyone in that room goes away feeling energised and inspired, and that combination of learning and motivation is what makes those keynote sessions so special. And one of the keynote sessions that for me, I'm looking forward to has to be Mark Russell from the Children's Society. It's always brilliant to hear from a CEO of a charity we all know and respect. And Mark is truly passionate about the sector. It's commendable that his love of charity retail started when he was just 17. And he was a volunteer in his local Bernardo shop. He's a previous winner of the CRA's Most Supportive Chief Executive Award. So it just shows his passion and hands-on approach has continued throughout his successful career. So when it's someone like Mark who takes to the stage, you know it's going to be heartfelt, authentic, and genuinely inspiring. So the whole team at Cybertil are really looking forward to this year's awards, and we look forward to seeing you there.
Hi, I'm Sonia from eProductive. I'm the head of customer success. We have been going to the Charity Retail Association conference for about 18 years now, and we always look forward to it, and it really forms the centre of our annual activities. There are many opportunities to learn from charity retailers at the conference. There are going to be 6 focus sessions this year instead of 4, so there's even more opportunities this year. There are so many charity delegates at the conference every year, and this really, really is a collaborative sector, and everybody likes to share not just their successes, but also their failures. So there are so many opportunities to learn from your peers. We'll also be holding a session at the conference, which we are calling Show Me the Money. And we have 4 heads of retail that will be joining us to explain what they've been doing to gain additional income in these interesting times. Hopefully we will see you in Newport in the shiny new venue, and look forward to being there in June.
Hi, I'm Ollie from Listing Monster. We're a software company helping 60 charities now sell more online. and this will be our third charity retail conference, the second as headliners, and first in Newport. And we are really, really looking forward to getting back and meeting so many of you in person, both our existing customers and meeting new ones. You know, for me, possibly the best thing about the conference is seeing all the innovation going on in the sector. You know, it's a challenging environment right now, and it's incredible to see just how dynamic the people and the organizations have been to make the best use of technology, and get more out of their resources. And we've had some fantastic chats with charities around that in recent years, and I expect that to be a big theme going forwards. So I will just sign off and hope to see you there.
Hi, my name is Mark Wilkinson. I'm Business Development Manager at NICES. What does conference mean to us? Conference, everything about conference. There's a buoyancy, there's an atmosphere about conference that is just, it really sort of gets to you. It's the first time I've been involved over the last few years in that type of conference. And what do we get from it as a partner? We get to understand what our customers want, what the market's looking for, and that sort of feedback that we get shapes our solutions moving forward, but it also drives those relationships. It strengthens those relationships that we've been building over many, many years. And for us, it's not about the traditional networking in the true sense of the word. Really all about the shared goals and maximizing the value we can from our solutions that we can offer out to the sector, because we've all got the same point we want to get to. And we leave conference, we're just always reminded that charity retail, it's not just a sector, it is a community. It does bring people together. So yeah, when it comes to conference, there's really, really looking forward to it, as we do every year. And it would be really great to see as many of you there as possible, because it's always a great couple of days. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Nicol from First Waste. And first of all, I'd like to say 20 years this year, we've been sponsoring the CRA events. And for the last 15 years, I think now we've been doing the awards ceremony. Wow, 20 years, a long time, and seen some huge changes from venues that we've had across the 20 years. Keele University, the Hinge and Bracket tribute band at the gala dinner. That was my welcoming first year, which was an eye opener. And for those of you who don't know Hinge and Bracket, you may have to Google them, but they're same age as me, I would say. But the awards ceremony itself, we sponsor it for as long as we have, and we will continue sponsoring it, because it's the most wonderful feel-good factor, I think, when you're working along with the charity sector. Inspiring stories, volunteers of the year, people that go above and beyond on every imaginable corner of the business. It's lovely to be part of it. It's an honour to stand up on stage every year and welcome all the winners and all the contributors. You're a success even if you don't win, as far as I'm concerned, within the business. But as I said, it's an amazing event. The gala dinner itself is a real get together of the family of the charity sector itself, and it's a chance for everybody to stand on their feet, have a good whoop and a good cheer, and then have a really enjoyable evening, and get to hear each other's stories and get to share stories and get to share success. So I love being a part of it. I'm thrilled to still be there after all these years. Have I mentioned 20 years? And I look forward to seeing you all this coming year, and standing up on there again and just looking another year older. So thanks very much. See you soon, and well done to everybody that takes part. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to all of our sponsors there that so kindly shared a few words about their experiences and what they're looking forward to at conference this year. That's just a small selection of the corporate partners that we're working with at conference in 2026. And as I said, it's our largest exhibition ever. So if you want to engage or go and talk to some of those companies or many of the others, then conference really is the place to be this year. So I wanted to wrap up with some final information for you to go away and think about. So I've put the dates of conference on the screen. It's the 23rd and 24th of June 2026. We're moving to ICC Wales in Newport, which we're really excited about. You might have seen some pictures in the presentation about our Charity Retail Awards and Gala Dinner, and that is just such a fantastic evening to hear from the amazing winners and anyone that's nominated. And I mean, when everybody stands up in the room to cheer some of the volunteer and young volunteer winners, I mean, that catches my breath every single year. So it's a fantastic night. And there are a huge number of ticket options that you can book onto. You can book a full 2-day ticket, which gives you access to everything on Tuesday, including the gala dinner and the full program on Wednesday. If you can't come on both days or that option is not available to you, there are 1-day ticket options that you can buy. And we also have bursary applications as well. So we want to try and make it as affordable for a variety of our membership. And the opening keynote address, if you haven't seen on the programme, we're delighted to say is Mark Russell, the Chief Executive from the Children's Society, who was a previous winner of the Most Supportive Chief Executive Award. And we can't wait to hear him sharing his insights about charity retail with the rest of our sector. So I've just put the branding slide up on the screen now. I hope you found this really informative, hearing from us about why you really should be at conference, hearing from some of our key sponsors about why they can't wait to see you in June, and hearing some of the kind of key reasons as to why we really want you to be there. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please make sure you go and have a look at the conference programme. Please go and have a look at the booking site. Please get in touch with us. If there's anything that you're not sure about, or you want to ask us questions, or you just want to, have a chat about conference in more detail, please get in touch with us. You can message me directly. My email address is Julia, Julia, @charityretail.org.uk, or you can contact us via the website. So we really hope to see you at conference in June at our Stronger Together Community Powered Retail Conference. And let's hope it's as successful as it was last year. Thanks. Bye. So here is the offer. For every full price 2-day ticket that you book for conference, CRA are offering up to £75 towards your cost of accommodation, which is something new for 2026. See the CRA conference website page for full details, terms and conditions, and how to make your claim. Looking forward to seeing you in June. Bye.